Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Maryellen Vanderbrink. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, and I'm very excited tonight to share with you our health and immunity seminar because, especially right now, I'm so excited. There's so many people who are, so interested in improving their health and taking charge. And for those of you who don't know me, I was introduced to Neolife over 27 years ago, and at the time, I was a concerned mom. I was working as a law clerk. And I was very concerned because my younger son had a lot of respiratory problems. And we had a healthy diet and we exercised. I was trying to do everything right, and he was still having issues. And I tried a lot of natural supplements too that I thought were good, but they didn't work, and I didn't understand why. And then one night we were having dinner at a coworker of my husband's, and I couldn't believe the difference in her. She used to always be tired and run down and sick, and she looked so good. And when I asked her what she was doing, she told me about these supplements from Neolife. And I was a little skeptical because I said, okay, what makes this different than everything else? And she said, all I know, it's made from whole food. It's been around since 1958, and I'm not sick and tired anymore. So I asked her to get more information, and I got my family started. And just to clarify, these products don't, diagnose, treat, or cure any disease, but it's amazing what the body can do when it has the right support. And that's what happened to my family. My younger son, within about 6 months, his health, completely turned around. And, I found that I was able to get him off all of his inhalers, and he just was so much healthier. And now today he's actually a firefighter. And my older son, it helped him focus in school. Myself, I got rid of the migraine headaches I'd suffered from my whole life. And, I got really, really excited because I realized how powerful it is when we give the body what it actually needs. So when you talk about health, the foundation always is diet. So you are what you eat, and the reality is 75% of all chronic diseases are preventable. But how do we stay healthy? Well, there's three basic keys. Diet, of course, which we talked about. Weight management, that's very important because it puts stress on our joints and causes oxidative damage. And of course, physical activity. We have to move our bodies. That's very, very important. And when you look at health and supplements, you need all of these pieces of the puzzle to have optimum health. So in 2019, they actually improved the Canadian Food Guide, which I was really excited. And as you can see, half of your plate should be all those dark color fruits and vegetables, like carrots, red bell peppers, peaches, apricots. In fact, we're supposed to eat 8 to 13 servings a day, which can be a little challenging. But we can give you some hints how to do that. And also, we want a quarter of our plate of good quality protein foods, a quarter whole grains, and of course, water should be our drink of choice because good quality filtered water is important for everything in the body. You can't absorb nutrients, you can't eliminate waste, your brain needs it, your body temperature, everything depends on water. So that's another piece of the puzzle for good health. So now I'd like to introduce Shelly Sheridan, who's a retired teacher and an iridologist, so she can share with us how what we aren't eating and how it's killing us.
Thanks, Maryellen. Yes, this is so important. They did a 20-year study looking around the world at 197 different countries, and they're trying to figure out what is the best thing that we can do to improve our health. And what they found was that things were missing from our diet. What we weren't eating was actually what was killing us. And so what they found was most people were low on whole grains, and we'll talk a lot about the whole grains tonight, low in fruit, low in nuts and seeds, low in the omega-3s, and low in vegetable oils. And this was around the world. And all of these things are so important. But our whole grains are no longer whole. And this is something that really drew me to this company and to this information. I had taught health for 32 years, and this was something that just blew my mind. So they actually started milling the grains out, the bran and the endosperm and the germ, taking out the vitamins and minerals because they needed things to stay on the shelf longer. And this affects our health, a huge nutritional deficiency. And Dr. Segal, way back in 1994, said that taking these grain oils out, these essential fatty acids were perhaps the most important health problem in America, because it affects our cells. And so we have to figure out a way to fill that gap, get it back into our body. But there's so many vitamins on the shelves. You can go into drugstores, health food stores, Costco's and the Walmarts, and there's shelves and shelves of vitamins. And which ones do you use?
I know that that's something that I found really overwhelming is even when I took my holistic nutrition course, there's so many companies and everybody says their product is the best. And a lot of people think just because something's in a store, it makes it different. But as you can see from this study that researchers found from 2007 to 2016, there was 776 products marketed as dietary supplements, and they had hidden active ingredients that were unsafe or unstudied. So you have to really trust who you deal with. Just because something's on a store shelf, there's a criteria that you have to follow to make sure that the product is good. And when I was introduced to Neolife, the fact that it had been around since 1958, like I was, impressed, never had a dietary recall. They have their pharmaceutical license are in over 50 countries around the world, and they meet and exceed all the health standards in all of those countries. So it was really, really unique. And when you kind of think of what makes them different, Neolife was the first to champion whole food supplementation. And as you know, food is our medicine, right? That's what our bodies need to be healthy. And they also focus on cellular health because we're only as healthy as our cells, healthy tissues, healthy organ, and healthy body. So when people ask me, well, what do I look for in a supplement? I said, well, the first thing you want to do is make sure the product's natural because that's important. But there's one step further. You want it to be whole food because natural can be anything from the ground. It can be petroleum or pine bark, a lot of the vitamin D's out there from sheep wool. So that's not something that's part of our human diet. And our body doesn't recognize those nutrients the same way they do whole food nutrients. And as Shelley was sharing with us, what are we lacking in our diets? Things like whole grains, fruits and vegetables, wild salmon. That's what Neolife uses to make their products. And every ingredient is GMO free. In fact, they use the purest extractions and concentrates. The raw materials come into the labs, they test all the raw materials, they make the product's tested again, comes to Canada, tested again before it's released to us as a consumer. So what all that means is you can be sure 100% what is on the label is in the bottle and nothing else, but they go one step further. They actually test to make sure what's in the bottle gets into the body. Because I know a lot of people have shown me products, the labels look great, but they're not getting the result because it's not bioavailable. And that's very, very important. And the reason that Neolife has this, 100% quality control is because everything they have is backed by their scientific advisory board. The founder of the board was Dr. Arthur First, one of the top toxicologists in the world. And when he was doing his research in cancer, he found, because he was a co-founder of oral chemotherapy, he found nutrients in food to prevent disease. So that's why he joined up with Neolife in the 70s, and he set up our prestigious scientific advisory board of world-renowned scientists and researchers who are involved in the research and development of the product, not just a good-looking doctor who endorses the product. And they also want to make sure that there's world-class research. So all of the products are independently tested and published in peer-reviewed journals like the New England Journal of Medicine or the American College of Nutrition. And Neolife scientists are always very well known in scientific circles. They do a lot of work with the USDA and Center of Disease Control. So there's good evidence-based science behind all of the products. And now, Nada, would you like to share with us how we can fill that gap with our Pro Vitality and especially our profile product, Triaden?
Absolutely. So Maryellen, as you know, 30 years ago, I was in my 20s, 25 years old, and I did not believe in supplements. I really thought I was eating healthy until I heard this story, especially the grain oil story. And those products that are in this little pack have impacted my life and my family, especially my mom. She was really struggling with a lot of aches and pains and fibromyalgia. I had allergies, digestive trouble, joint pain, and these little products that are in this pack, again, made a huge impact. So I'm so excited to share just a little bit about, especially the first product called Triaden Grain Concentrate, which is definitely, the foundation product and one of my favorites, because this is what really helped me with the mental clarity, the fatigue. PMS was manageable. And these grain oils, these essential lipids and phytosterols, are less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal, developed for a hospital research study, and it helps with cellular energy and efficiency. And that's why when you take this grain oil, it just fills a nutritional gap and you just feel so much better. So this is the one product that's in this little Pro Vitality pack. And again, every cell in your body is surrounded by this lipid layer to allow nutrients in and waste out. So if you don't have these grain oils in your diet, like Maryellen talked about earlier, how they're milled out of our food, your cell looks like the cell on the left. Not all the nutrients are going in and not all the waste is going out. So a lot of very, very tired and sluggish cells. And that's why so many people, the number one common complaint by doctors today is fatigue and depression. And this is why, and this helps to regulate your hormones. So hormonal balance is the key. And it was proven, Texas A&M University, they published their research that if you take the grain oils from Neolife, your cells will absorb 50% more of the nutrients from your diet. So that's why, for myself, I started feeling better. Even though I had a great diet, I wasn't utilizing my nutrients as well. And Maryellen, we have a huge gap as well in this department, the fruits and veggie department, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely, Nat. It's so hard to eat those 8 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables. And this is one of the reasons that Neolife has included the carotenoid complex in the pack. And you can see the word carrot in carotenoids, because what this product is made is red bell peppers, peaches, apricots, tomatoes, spinach, all those fruits and vegetables that we need to be eating every single day. But what's so exciting about this product is it was actually researched and tested by the USDA and Center of Disease Control and proven to boost immunity 37% in 20 days. So you think what that can do for your body, like especially right now, we want to keep our immune systems as strong as possible. And that research was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and presented at the New York Academy of Sciences. In fact, if you have one of those capsules in that pack every day for 30 days, at the end of 30 days, you've eaten the equivalent of 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables just from having that one additional supplement in this pack. So that's pretty exciting because we need to protect ourselves, right? If you don't have fruits and your vegetables in your diet, what happens is you like rust from the inside out. Your body just gets destroyed. It's like that apple, when you cut it in half and turns brown, that's oxidative damage. But if you put lemon juice on the apple, it protects it, just like we rust-proof our car. We have to rust-proof and protect ourselves because otherwise we're going to age faster. We're going to get sick. We're going to get run down. We have to protect ourselves every single day. And I know, Shelley, this is one of your favorite products. Would you like to share how the omega-3s made an impact in your health?
Absolutely, Maryellen. Oh my goodness, I was always very active growing up. Had my knees scoped in my 20s because I was having some joint pain. Started to have more issues in my 40s, which is when I learned about Neolife and started on another product that we'll mention a little bit later, Full Motion, because I had to stop running and I didn't want to have them scoped again. And I had tried so many products and they didn't work, and tried it. Within a month, I was back running, and then introduced the salmon oil as an anti-inflammatory. And I wore braces on my knees, and within the year, I no longer needed my braces and haven't worn the braces for 12 years now. Broke my leg actually in February, and with those products, as well as what Nada was talking about, the Pro Vitality and the shakes that she'll talk about later, recuperated just amazingly well. So I just love the salmon oil.
And it has so many health benefits, right? So
it certainly does, and it also helps with cardiovascular and inflammatory, as I had mentioned, the brain, central nervous system function, behavioral health and learning, immune health and healing, eye health and vision. There's my flexible joints and cognitive health and aging. And it also is, you really want to watch your inflammation because it is the basis of so many diseases. Cancer, cardiovascular, Alzheimer's, neurological, arthritis, autoimmune, diabetes too, pulmonary disease. And a lot of times we don't know that we have just inflammation as a base in our body unless we hurt ourselves like a broken leg. But we can also have inflammation throughout our body that's low grade that can lead to something else.
Yeah, even from stress, right?
Oh yeah, and there's so much stress. And the reason that this product from Neolife worked, because I had tried so many, is because they have all 8 omega-3s. A lot of companies just have 2, EPA and DHA, which are good for the brain and heart, but not an anti-inflammatory. And the other thing that I really love, because there's so much in the news these days about contamination in our fish, Neolife tests for over 200 different contaminants with an allowable detection of 0, nothing in our body. Pure Atlantic cold pressed fish, and clinically proven to reduce inflammation when you take 3 a day by 68%. That's awesome. And what happens with our cells is when you have these free radicals or when you have stress and your body gets inflamed, your cells get inflamed. And when you have the omega-3, that just helps to protect your cells from all of that inflammation. It also reduces triglycerides by 17% and improves that omega-3, which is inflammation or anti-inflammatory, to omega-6, which is anti-inflammatory, improves that ratio by 43%. And once again, lowers the index.
This might be a good time to have Wen share her story, because you had good results with cholesterol, didn't you, Wen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just unmute yourself, Wen.
Sorry about that. Hi, my name is Wen Bogues. I am retired from a 50-year career in nursing. I was first introduced to the Neolife products over 34 years ago by my friend Lynn Mittenoff. Her story about the science, solid science behind the products was very compelling. I was a science-oriented person. I was unaware that I had any health concerns, and I just wanted to maintain my good health. Thinking back, I did have a couple of health concerns. I had classic migraine headaches and a low thyroid condition requiring me to take hormone replacement. But it was high cholesterol, some 15 years later, that called me to action. Maybe you have a health concern that you are not sure about what options are available to you. Many members of my family struggled with heart disease and diabetes type 2, and I neither wanted to join them or take medications for treatment. I was aware there was a wealth of Neolife products and testimonials about heart health. I talked to my sponsor and I added the heart health regimen. Over the next 6 months, I watched my cholesterol blood levels improve and become normal. And to this day, some 20 years later, my annual blood work continues to be outstanding. Paying attention to one concern, my cholesterol, led me to other unexpected bonuses in my health. My migraines disappeared thanks to the anti-inflammatory products of the Heart Health Program, and my thyroid hormone therapy has lowered over the years. Can you imagine a future of better health in 5, 10, or like me, 20 years? Thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Wen. What a great story. And the omega-3s are also very, very important for children or pregnant women, because you know, so many of the fish out there is so contaminated, and even a lot of the products they don't take when you're pregnant. But the Neolife Salmon was featured by the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists because this product is so pure. And I know my daughter-in-laws both took the equivalent of the Pro Vitality Pack when they were pregnant. And every time they went for their ultrasounds, they commented how well developed the heart and lungs are. And what a great thing to give, you know, your baby a great start. And it does help the mom with postpartum depression as well. So, and Nana, do you want to share about how the vitamin and mineral complex completes the pack?
Absolutely. So by adding, I like to say, by adding this last little capsule is like a Cadillac of multis, right? So you not only are you getting your grain oils, your fish oil, and your carotenoids, are you getting a multi as well? So again, it's just has all your vitamins and minerals that really help to bridge that dietary gap, plus those phytoenzymes for easy digestion. So it just makes the whole product so much easier to digest. So when you look at the whole pack, you're getting what's equivalent to 12 pounds of whole grains in a month, 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables at the end of the month, the antioxidant power, and what's equivalent to consuming 10 servings of fresh omega-3 fish in every box that's not contaminated. So it really helps to help so many areas as far as energy, slows aging, helps with your joints and your hair, your skin and heart. And as you heard from Wen tonight, your immune system, your brain and vision, antioxidant protection, and just really helps to slow aging, just for great cellular health. So Maryellen, do you want me to share a little bit about my little ones, my kids that were little 21 and 23 years ago when they were born? They grew up on these products. I'm so grateful that they did, because boy, oh boy, they were a lifesaver, especially when they were younger and through their teenage years. So there's so many challenges with our kids today that are picky eaters, and so grateful that Neolife has an amazing foundation for our kids. So we do have a liquid version called Liquivite. And what's really nice about this product, it has all your grain oils that's missing. It has your vitamins and minerals and some antioxidants from your fruits and veggies. So it's a great foundation. And then as soon as they start to chew or have, start to get teeth and they can eat, some carrots and things like that, then they're ready to chew the Vita Squares and the Vita Guard. And again, there's no artificial anything in the kids' products. They taste great. So the Vita Squares is like your multivitamin with the grain oils, and the Vita Guard is for their immune system, which are made from your dark colored fruits and vegetables. So just a great foundation to fill their gaps in their diet. And then there's the omega-3 salmon oil, which is a great foundation as well. So when you add the shake to this program, it's just a great way to start your day. And this is what our adult version looks like. So your Vitality Pack with your protein shakes. And the protein shakes are definitely one of my favorites. It has something that we've been taking every day as a family. It's been my breakfast every morning for 30 years now. It tastes great. I put frozen berries and spinach or kale, or some days I just mix it in cold water and ice and shake it up and drink it. So it just depends on how much time I have in the morning, but it's a great breakfast for the whole family. And even my kids, when they were little, they had it with their breakfast. And then when they became teenagers, a lot of times that's all they would have for breakfast because they didn't feel like eating in the morning. I know some of you might have challenges with kids and young teens, but I loved it during their sporting events too, because they played football and basketball and they were able to just shake it, drink it, and on the football field and not have to worry about having to digest the meal before their physical activity. So such a great product, but it has all 22 amino acids. So it's a complete protein. It's great for digestion. It's easy to digest. They put digestive enzymes in there, but really important right now for immune system, right? Antibodies, it helps to fight infection and disease, and also very important for regulating and balancing your hormones, and very good for your skin, because when you have a complete protein in your diet every day, you make collagen all on your own, okay? You don't need to be ingesting collagen because that's not a natural way of doing it. Your body can make collagen. But really important as well, especially with diabetes being on the rise, so many children are struggling. They're walking around as pre-diabetics, and this helps to control blood sugar as well. It's designed for blood sugar regulation. So just an overall product, incredible. And there's nothing artificial. It's completely natural, has all 22 amino acids. It's easy to digest, 18 grams of protein, has a little bit of fiber, again, that glycemic control response, all your vitamins and minerals, and whole food antioxidants as well. No artificial anything. And this is why I was so grateful that I had something natural to give to my kids when they were babies. And Maryellen, those are your grandkids, I know. I remember those days with the sippy cup. My kids just love that Neo Life shake. And I know so many of my friends with little kids, the first thing they ask their mom in the morning is shaky, shaky. So it's so great that they have such an amazing way to start their morning. No preservatives, no gluten, no cholesterol, no saturated fats, and just 90% lactose free, and no GMO ingredients like Maryellen talked about earlier on in the presentation. And there's also a great weight management program, right, Maryellen?
Yeah, this is the nice thing about the shake is what I love with my clients is that you can use it to lose weight, maintain weight, or gain weight. But if you do need to lose some weight, the shake, of course, because it puts your blood sugar in the zone, it helps you burn fat. And some people like to do a bit of a kickstart before they start their weight loss program. And we have an amazing 3-day detox. It's so easy to do. It's only 3 days. So you can fit it into your schedule. And for the first 2 days, you just eat fruits and vegetables and you take some products to help detox. And then on day 3, you reintroduce your protein. So it's super easy. But what's so great about it is the benefits, right? You get rid of the toxins, because if you have toxins, you can't lose weight. Plus you feel tired and run down. It helps your immunity. It, like I mentioned, it jumpstarts a weight loss program. It helps to slow premature aging, and it increases your energy. And you almost feel lighter when you finish that cleanse. So it's great for everybody. I don't do it for weight loss. I just do it for detox. But if you do need to lose weight, it definitely helps you so much. And then you can, with the weight loss program, you still get to eat like 3 times a day. And you can do the shake for breakfast to get your blood sugar in the zone. And then you have a healthy snack. And we do give you a mini meal list with ideas For instance, they have an example here of strawberries and almonds. So you want to have protein, carb, and good fat at every meal. For lunch, you can do another shake, or you can do a healthy lunch with a bigger version of one of the snacks. And then you can do a mini in the afternoon, you do another mini meal. There's an example of like some vegetables, and if you do cheese or hummus if you don't want to do dairy. And then for dinner, you do a balanced diet. So this is a program you can follow and still eat with your family, which is so, so important. And because it keeps your blood sugar in that zone, because what do most people eat for breakfast? I know myself, I used to eat toast, oatmeal, cereal. I didn't realize I was eating all carbohydrates, right? And of course, my blood sugar would spike up and then come down. But by doing the shake, it keeps your blood sugar in that zone, which prevents fat storage, promotes fat burning, and gives you energy. This is why so many people are so tired, because their blood sugar is all over the place. And all this was clinically proven. They actually sent the shake home to people in real life scenario. And what they found is they lost weight, they lost body fat, they had heart protection, 15% reduction in LDL, and reduced in better HDL to LDL ratio. And this was all published in the peer review journal, the Journal of the American College of Clinical Nutrition, which is amazing. And the results, well, this is one of my clients, Gabby, and she lost 34 pounds. And what's really great, it was easy for her to do. She had 3 small kids at the time. Her husband had passed away. So she wanted to be a role model for her kids. And now in 2021, this is Gabby today. She still kept it off. And that's what makes this so, so powerful. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet, right? Then she helped her mom. Her mom lost 20 pounds on the weight loss pack or breakfast pack. And it also helped her get off her meds for diabetes, cholesterol, and reflux, and helped her joint pain, because once she lost the weight, it took all the pressure off of her knees, which is so important. And even if you need to lose a lot of weight, like Carlos did, he lost 251 pounds. The nice thing is, when I talked to him, I said, Carlos, did you have to have surgery after you lost all that weight? Because a lot of people get saggy, right? He says, no, I lost the fat, but not the muscle. He says, not only that too, I'm able to be active now. I can enjoy my family, and I'm off of all my medications. So, it's life-changing when you can take control of your health and change your diet, exercise, and get your weight under control. And I know, Shelley, you've got a lot of favorite products in here. Would you like to share some of your favorites?
Yes. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I really love the acidophilus and the garlic. I struggled a lot with sugars. And this was a really great way to get that all balanced for me. So yeah, that's one of my to-go quite often, just to keep things balanced.
And the nice thing is the Pro Vitality and the shake, when you put them together, that's the core foundation. And that's where many of us started, right? But then if you do need to tweak a few things, like I know you found the full motion helpful for
That
your
was
joints
great.
too.
Yeah, that was great for my joints as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with me, with my sinuses, I found the vitamin A very helpful. So, and vitamin C. So again, it depends what you need. So we always suggest starting with the foundation. And then if you need to, you can build on from there, because a lot of people aren't aware that we do have a very wide range of products. And of course, one of the big products right now is vitamin D, because, you see it in the news, it's very important for immunity. But I really like the fact that this is a food source, vitamin D. So it's not made from sheep wool. It's all naturally sourced, plant sourced actually. So it's not just good for vegans, it's good for everybody, because I think most of us do want to try and get more plant-based products into our diet. So this is a great way to do it and get the nutrients that we need to, especially for strong bones, for immunity, so many benefits. And Nada, would you like to share how we can join our wellness club?
You know what's really nice, Maryellen? It's free. To join the Neo Life Wellness Club, there's no fee. And as soon as you register as a member, you automatically get a 15% discount. And you can get wholesale price just by going on auto ship. And what's really nice about the auto ship program, for example, that Vitality pack, the vitamin pack, is a month's supply. So if you have that coming every month, you get it wholesale price. And if you continue on auto ship after 6 months, they accumulate all your shipping and they give it all back to you in loyalty points, and you can spend it on other products. And then we have an incredible referral program as well. Whereas if you refer people to the breakfast pack or the Vitality pack, yours is free every single month. So this incredible program. I'm so grateful. A lot of my customers are getting their products for free, and they're so happy that they get their shipping back. And there's also different support groups like a fitness and weight loss challenges that you can join as well, especially if you're on a mission to improve your fitness and also shed a few pounds. So there's a great group that you can join as well, just to help you be more accountable.
And maybe we should have Serena share her story too, because she is a great story.
Hi, everybody. Yes, I have a few, but I'd love to share our daughter's health story. She is 24 now, and she is a nurse. But back when she was about 18 years of age, she was having a lot of digestive issues, just a lot of pain in her belly and discomfort, and not being able to go to the washroom regularly, and feeling a lot of bloating. And so she had gone to the doctor, and they had prescribed some different things, but over the time, nothing really helped. It would just sort of, hide the symptoms a little bit, but really wouldn't help fix what the issue was. And she was also having a lot of joint pain at the time. She was a competitive dancer growing up, and she did perform a lot of acrobatic dancing. So we put a lot of her joint pain maybe down to the acro dancing that she was doing. But after high school, she had the dancing came to an end, and she was going off to college, and the joint pain really wasn't going away. She was having a lot of sort of swelling, and she'd wake up in the morning not being able to hold her toothbrush or hold her hairbrush until she got moving after an hour or so. And she was referred to a neurologist because they thought maybe she had carpal tunnel syndrome. Anyway, the referral went back to her doctor, where she was later diagnosed with arthritis. And later, through Neolife and starting some projects, we realized how the digestive and arthritis pain in the joints were actually connected. And her gut health played a big role in the rest of her health. And just by starting on the shake and the Pro Vitality Pack initially, her health really started to turn around. And she's 10 months into the program, and she's feeling great. Her health is back, and she can move, and doesn't have any discomfort and no digestive issues anymore. So her health is back on track thanks to Neolife.
Wow, that's a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sharing.
That is awesome. And also Violet has also amazing testimonial, starting with the Vitality Pack. She wanted nothing to do with the Neolife Shake. And I'm going to have her share her journey, because now she can't go without the Neolife Shake. So Violet.
Hi, thank you, Nada. My name is Violet Abraham, and I joined Neolife in January of this year. And my first product was Pro Vitality, and then I tried the 3-day detox, excuse me. And then, of course, even though I did not like the shake, through 3-day detox, I had to try it, because the third day you have to take the shake for breakfast and for lunch. So when I tried it, actually, I liked it. So I ended up buying the shake because I had issues with blood sugar and also with a digestive system. So when I started taking the shake, it made a huge change. I mean, especially with my digestive system. I mean, I used to be constipated, not going for days, and being miserable, and the whole 9 yards, with the digestive system started changing, and I started to feel so good and, light, and, my tiredness went away, things like that, which was very important to me. And then, of course, I had some issues with my eye. Before I go into that with the shake, I started taking, and because I felt good, and my blood sugars started to regulate, and my endocrinologist was very happy with me. And my husband was watching all this and decided to try the shake, and now he cannot stay without taking, even when we travel, when we have been traveling a lot, and we would take the sample packs. I mean, last trip we took last week, we made the shake and we froze it and we had it every day. It was that bad. We love it. Okay. And then, and so with that, you know, I also had issues with my retina detachment with my eye. And I started to take the tray and vitamin A and carotenoids, and one more salmon oil was important too. So I started taking, and you know, before I took these products, I couldn't read anything. I mean, I had to ask Nada, can you please help me with this? Can you help me with that? But once I started taking, you know, it started to make a slight difference, and slowly, gradually, you know, I could start seeing. And then when I went to my eye doctor, she was surprised because I was able to read the board with the letters. And so they wanted to know that even the nurse and the doctor both wanted to know what I was doing. And so I gave the information to them to check it out. So now I'm able to see, getting better. I have started to drive, and things are getting better. I'm so excited, and I have been telling, you know, everyone about Neolife, especially the last event we had recently, like this Sunday. I even demonstrated the Pro Vitality to the shake packs, and I raffled some of the products so that people can take it and try it and passed on all the business cards. So hopefully we'll hear back some. And that's my testimony. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you're very passionate about the products, especially with all the things that are happening with you and your family, Violet, and that breakfast pack that you know, we all talked about tonight is definitely the foundation, is the core nutrition. And I know that's the foundation, and that's where most people start, and that's where Violet started, and then learned more about the products, and that's where you can add more things, kind of like Shelley added this, you know, the digestive products and the full motion, because she had some other issues as well. And I did the same thing. I started with the foundation, see what it did, and then you can add more products if you need be. But some people are happy with just that breakfast pack, which is so wonderful. There's a great community called Neolife Healthy Living Community. It is a Facebook group. We have over 8,000 members now, where many stories and testimonials are shared. So if you're curious about some more stories, this is where we can invite you to this group, and you can just check out the incredible health transformations that people share in this group. And, you know, I have to share with you that many of us that are on tonight have shared some pretty powerful stories that were health related. But if you are someone you know really enjoys helping others, and that's where I was, whereas even though I was a police officer in the city, I knew it wasn't something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I got so passionate about helping others. So if you're curious a little bit about, you know, how the business aspect works, we're going to share with you after we're done this presentation, for those of you that like to learn a little bit more about the business, you know, how you can start a business for less than $100 and just earn part-time income, or that can eventually build to a full-time position, like myself and many of us that are on the call tonight. So I'm so excited to share that with you. For those of you that want to learn more, just stick around after we're done our health talk, and we can help you understand a little bit more about the business. And there's a great Facebook group as well, where there's so many business testimonials that are shared. So I want to thank Maryellen and Shelley and everybody that shared with us this evening. For those of you that just want to, you know, get started and try the products as a club member for free, we welcome you. And if you have any questions, we welcome you as well. We're going to open up to questions and answers. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.